good week to go to London for a Bears game, and also who's going to pay for that trip?
All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to London to attract business to Chicago. Okay? I'm going to London to attract business in Chicago.
But are you going to the game?
Hold on a second. Because you already know the answer to that. But I just want to make sure that you do the people of Chicago service. Because I have to be very honest with you. It's pretty jacked up the way you frame that.
Right.
That is. It is. It's disrespectful and condescending that the black man is going to London for a game. It's disrespectful. It is. And people get away with that too much.
They do.
The governor went to Tokyo. The governor went to Tokyo to attract business. The mayor of Chicago is going to London to attract business, and while I'm there, I'm going to root for the Chicago Bears.
Can you confirm if you're not, or are you on leave from CTU?
Okay. All right. I'm the mayor of Chicago, you all. I'm the mayor of Chicago. Let me just, look, I'm trying my best to keep composure for these last 15 months, but the fact that we are still trying to litigate stuff that I already beat. Let me just say this one more time. I already won. I am already the mayor of Chicago. Stop talking old news that nobody even cares about. Not one parent has ever asked me that question. Not one Chicagoan has ever asked me that question. Did you know what they have asked me? Will you make sure that the children who are unhoused in this city have an opportunity to lay down their head? That's what they're asking me. Will we have social workers and counselors, Mayor Johnson? My full-time and only job is to run this city, to love my black wife and my black children. Go ahead, Sarah.
Sensational.
Y'all see how he just did that? Y'all see how Mayor Mohawk just did that? Y'all see how he just did that? Excuse me, I am smoking trees. But y'all see how Mayor Mohawk just did that? That's why we can't vote for people just based off the fact that they not white. I ain't even do my intro yet. Y'all see how this nigga just did that? Let's just keep it a buck today. It's Tuesday. Let's keep it a buck on this Tuesday. Y'all see how this nigga just played y'all in y'all face? This is why the black card is very dangerous with this type of society we live in today, because it actually shut her up. I'm gonna need to start seeing some reporters who they're not gonna get shut up by the black card, because we're going into a day and age now where you're gonna have more black puppets being placed up in politics because they know black people are like a protected class that you can't really be too mean to us, or else you'll hurt our feelings and you'll look like a racist and you'll look like a bigot. Nah, homie. This is why I say, white folks, bro, y'all low-key failed the country, because when y'all lost control of these media outlets and the government and shit, now y'all can't speak y'all mind. So now y'all got an Asian lady, I believe the reporter was Asian or Indian, asking him these questions. And it shut her right up. She has no voice. She asked a legit question and he had no voice. But it's Richard Kata, man. It's a free country, but the grind is sold separately. So let's get into it, y'all. Look, we got Mayor Mohawk Brandon Johnson coming up on the stage, and he's being questioned about a trip to London. This is the hot topic of the day, right? Mayor Mohawk takes a trip to London. So she gets up there and she does frame the question in a way where it's like looking like, oh, nigga, are you just taking a trip to London? And he's like, oh, why do you have to accuse the black man of being irresponsible taking a trip to London? It's like, homie, that would be a completely valid statement if you were the mayor that's controlling the border at Texas and Eagle Pass. If you were that guy and you were black and somebody said something like that to you, completely valid for you to say that. But given the context, my nigga, you're a horrible mayor. I hope this reaches Mr. Brandon Johnson's desk. Please send me $10,000. I need it. I'm poor. But Mayor Brandon Johnson, you have not had the best campaign. Maybe you need to hit up Richard Kata, need to hit up Anton Daniels, need to hit up one of us social media content creators. We can help you with your PR or something, or something, do something for you, brother, because it's clear to me that seems like the JEW's got a hold of you and you can't really get past that part. And so now you're basically just doing their bidding on a local level, and you're going to London to probably meet with JEWISH companies, and you know, you're going to a Bears game. It's like, come on, bro. An NFL game, bro. NFL, they back Israel, bro. You live in Chicago. Besides like Dearborn, Michigan, Chicago, I don't know if y'all noticed, we're like the Palestinian capital, bro. Like, this nigga is going to an NFL game that supports, the NFL supports Israel. You know? That's what people don't be looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, they look at this media for what it is. It's nothing but a charade. Local politics is still a charade. It just has less scriptedness. It's just less scripted. Local politics is still a play. It's still just it's literally theater. It's a theater play. La la la, bop bop bop. It's theater. They're acting. Don't you know this? Are you still a stupid American? Okay, got you. So I'm a condescend to the lowest level. All the mayors and governors, they're in a club where they basically have to be nice to JEWISH people, because there is a PDF file ring where they have basically blackmail on everyone, or some might say black tapes. You know what I'm saying? Some might say videos. And you know, not saying Brandon Johnson is personally a part of this, but he's definitely being paid by people that are, and his campaign is being funded by a lot of people who are tied in with corporations that their only objective in funding politicians is to basically make sure their corporate businesses thrive. So what we're experiencing in Chicago right now is just a mayor that is basically a front man for a bigger operation, where they're basically trying to lead America into like a how should I call this? They're trying to lead America into a mega corporation technocracy. So let's break down the mega corporation technocracy for idiots. All right, John Doe. There are about 7 to 12 companies that basically control entertainment, food, agriculture, travel, politics, basically all of your means of commerce and all of your means of life, your house, the housing market is controlled by these people. They have one big group, and they're trying to herd the masses of people into small places so they can basically enact government tyranny. That is basically what's going on, and they're using people, dumb black people like Brandon Johnson, even though he's not dumb, he's been through college and he's a teacher and everything, but they're allowing, you know, dumb black people like Brandon Johnson to lead cities as a front man for a bigger operation. He's like Al Capone for the mob. Al Capone's not the guy shooting you in your leg at the bus stop, but it's, you know, he's hired these other guys. He's nothing but like Al Capone at this point, but he's not calling the shots. So he's not Al Capone. He's more like a shot caller. He's like the henchman, but we are the peasants, you know? Even in Chicago, you break it down to a level, bro. We got town hall meetings that younger people don't ever show up to. I feel like every social media, Skin Bone, all the rappers, G Herbo, all y'all need to be at these town hall meetings. All the streamers. I'm going to a town hall meeting and I'm going live at a town hall meeting. So it's like, come on, y'all. We gotta think strategically, bro. We not even using our biggest voices to step up. Why? Because Brandon Johnson is in the same club as G Herbo. G Herbo is in the same club as the fucking Instagram comedians that won't speak up about Palestine. Or they won't say shit about what's going on in Congo. They won't speak up about the media and how they're pushing Kamala Harris on black people and convincing us that a woman is black who's not actually black. Nobody will speak up for us because they're all getting paid by the same people in one way or another. At the top levels, these people see where the money is going. It's gotten to a point where they got their sons and nephews and shit running some of these rap record labels and these social media companies, really controlling us. You know, like it'll be like a guy like what's the dude? There's some major record label owner right now. I think he owns Interscope. He has a son that owns a smaller record label that's pushing all this death music on black people. It's like we really need to wake up to see like most of the politicians are paid for, and the fact of the matter is we can have our own politicians. We can fund our own politicians. We have enough money. If we're living in an idealistic world, saying that the people in our community that make the most money aren't a part of this club as well, we have in Chicago alone potentially millions of dollars floating around, and the word on the street is that it costs $10,000 to buy a politician in like a small city. So if you could guess in Chicago, how much do you think it costed? How much do you think it costed to buy Brandon Johnson? It probably wasn't that much. Isn't his salary is not more than $250K. So that's one way they buy him. But what do you think that bag they gave him up front to fund his campaign trail? Probably $1 million, $2 million, just to do that, and then he gets that money from the back end, and then they damn near rig the election, and they these companies that choose what people they're gonna invest their money into to fund their campaign trails, they choose dumb niggas like Brandon Johnson. They choose black people on purpose because they know that black people can connect with you on a different level. It don't matter what race you are. If a black person saying some shit and they got on a suit and they looking right and they saying what you want to hear, you're gonna automatically be like, oh yeah, that's really true because he said it and he's black. Because black people, we're seen as basically being like, I don't want to say stupid, but maybe people think we're like streamlined thinkers, and like we don't necessarily, we break things down to the simplest levels. We keep it simple. We keep this shit simple. Black people, we like to keep shit simple. So look, when they know when they go after a black politician and they fund him, well, people are gonna automatically believe what he's saying because he's black. And if they don't believe what he's saying, they're just gonna vote for him just because they want to be woke and he's black. This is why people like Brandon Johnson are destroying what it means to be a black person. They're destroying what it means to actually be a black person. Because when you prop up a black person like Brandon Johnson or Jay-Z or 21 Savage or any of these dumbasses that these people pay, you're spreading an image. When you prop up an Obama, he's GAY. You know, they're propping up an image. They're propagating an image which influences people, and it influences change within society. So when it comes to these politicians, I don't think Americans as people, we weren't paying attention in Chicago's election. We had a other option a couple years ago. I remember there was a different option. There was like a white guy. I remember saying everybody needs to vote for that fucking white guy. Everybody. And he wasn't even the most Republican MFer alive, but he was enough to the point where a lot of this immigration probably wouldn't have happened, and everything would be different if we voted that guy in. Every single aspect about life in Chicago would be different, and I think more people would be fleeing into Chicago. More Americans would be moving to Chicago if we hadn't elected Brandon Johnson in, bro. Chicago, we were on par to be like better than New York, and we screwed it all up when we let the immigrants in. And you know what's crazy? People still coming in because it's the Chicago and Detroit were the last major cities that's like really jumping, that got legal weed. You know what I'm saying? Like we got all three sports. You know, in Chicago we got Chicago Bears, Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs, Chicago Blackhawks, Chicago Wolves, Chicago Bulls. Come on, man. We got a lot of teams. We got Chicago Fire. We got Chicago Red Stars. Come on, brother. We got teams here. We go to Detroit. They got Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons. I'm sure Detroit has a soccer team as well. Detroit probably has Detroit, they got the Red Wings. That's their soccer. I mean, that's their hockey team. The hockey niggas on skates, you know what I'm saying? That's their hockey team. Bro, we're the last two major cities that's really doing it big. Dallas is not better than Chicago or Detroit. Let's keep it a beam. Houston is not better than Chicago or Detroit. Let's keep it a thou. Them southern cities ain't really it for real. Let's keep this shit a bean, G. Let's keep this shit a bean. I keep telling y'all, look out for Iowa City. I watch Mr. Keep It Simple. He always used to say, what the hell is in Iowa? What the hell is in Iowa? I thought that was so funny. Shout out to Mr. Keep It Simple. But look, Iowa City could be the next city, bro. Y'all, you're sleeping on Iowa City. You're sleeping on Milwaukee. You're sleeping on, I feel like South Dakota might randomly come out of nowhere and be like, build up their own infrastructure. But at this point, with mayors like this nigga Brandon Johnson, man, he's in this bitch until 2025. He's here. He's not going anywhere. He's here till 2025, right? So we don't know what this nigga might do in them years. If Trump, if you listening to this, when you get in, bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie, sacrifice Brandon Johnson, bro. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't kill him. But look, Trump, make sure that he don't got this job no more. Brandon Johnson, your father, your family, he probably still gonna want to kill me after you hear me say this shit. These Kabbalistic black people are so messed up, bro. These black boule people are so messed up. But look, yo, Brandon Johnson, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just making jokes. But look, my ninja. Trump, if you get elected, you got the Trump building here in Chicago. Gee, get bro out of here. He's been paid off. He's a patsy. He's a patsy. I'm calling him out. He's a patsy. He's paid off. He's just a fall guy. He's literally just a fall guy. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with his black wife. That's all he wants. That's all he cares about. He's obsessed with his black wife. And he'll do anything to make sure his black wife is driving in a Mercedes Benz. He'll do anything to see them, to make sure he come home to them black cheeks. But I'm trying to be respectful to the man and his family. Look, that when it come, I seen ninjas like Brandon Johnson before. He doing all this for his wife. Merch it, bro. I can merch it. I've seen niggas like him before. He does all this shit for his wife. He's gonna overthrow a whole city, tear down a whole city just to impress his shorty. And it's a shame out here. It's a shame in these streets. Had to drink some water, let it breathe, man. It's a shame in these streets, bro. He's gonna tear down our whole city just to please his wife. Basically, if you want to know what all this comes down to, men, we do everything in life for PUSSY unless you have a purpose. And to be honest, I don't think Brandon Johnson as a mayor has a purpose in life. He doesn't. I don't think he does. I don't think he's really looking at this city and thinking, I'm going to make this city better. I think he's looking at this city and thinking, I'm going to do what these ninjas are telling me to do. It's a difference. It's a difference between being a boss and it's a difference between being a manager. It's different. He's a manager. He's not the boss. He's a manager, bro. You can look at Brandon Johnson like an assistant manager. He's just a nigga that could tell you more rules, what to follow. He's just a nigga that could write you up for being late. But he don't really hold no true power. He's just a black guy with a mohawk. Don't look for all the other races that's watching this. Brandon Johnson is just a black guy with a mohawk trying to make sure his wife doesn't leave him and trying to make sure his wife sees him as a high value male. So please look the other way. Other races and cultures, please ignore this crazy Negro because he's being paid. In our community, you can pay black people to basically degrade the fabric of society. And they have college degrees and they speak very well and they have glasses and everything. That's why he want to please his wife so bad. His wife probably used to deal with Pookies or something, or fraternity ninjas. And he's a nerd. So he's probably just trying his best to just be the top boss. But I've never seen a mayor with such power that commands such little, his aura is not giving nothing, bro. his aura is just not giving, bro. Like negative 10,000 aura on this nigga. Like, let's just keep it a beam, bro. Like, this dude, I'm not gonna lie, he's like an eloquent goofy. That's what I would call him. He's an eloquent goofy. He's sharp, he's quick-witted, he's got comebacks, he's still a goofy. I don't know how you could still be a goofy. Like, if I was as smart as him, I would not be like a bitch. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. That really makes me want to go to college every day. Shouts out to the Loyola students. Shouts out to the DePaul students. Shouts out to the U of Chicago students. Shouts out to the students at Malcolm X. I want to go to college because we have eloquent speaking goofies who are running our city. When you could have a real nigga who knows how to really speak English and really do math and do all these different city calculations and shit. Bruh, can we get a real nigga in office? Like a real nigga, bro, who's really like, bro, even if you gotta crash out, bro, straight up, we need our next mayor, he gotta be not afraid to die. That's what I'm looking for. Chicago, stand up in the comments. Our next mayor better not be afraid to die. Cause this guy Brandon Johnson, he taking trips to London. He pulling the black card out against the damn reporters. He can't hold his own ground. He can't stand up and be strong as a man. He ain't strong. He a weak nigga. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is though, man. This dude over here letting migrants in, Venezuelans all down on the east side. He's scooting black people up out the neighborhoods with eviction notices. Man, I'm telling you, bro, Brandon Johnson is a sick one. He's a sick one, brother. That's an evil man right there. That's an evil man right there. He ain't ready to die for this city, bro. He does not care. He does not care. In this next election, this nigga know he not getting reelected. He could just go sit down and be the mayor of Jolton. But this next nigga we pick, bro, he better be like Tupac. He better be like Tupac in a suit, bro. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. I'm not settling for this bitch assness from these mayors no more. I'm not settling for it. You a bitch ass mayor? You a bitch. Get out of here. The nigga in Texas in the wheelchair is he has no bitch ass bone in his body. Yet we have Brandon Johnson with 2 working legs who is literally a walking bitch. Can we just keep this shit 1,000, bro? Richard Cotter, like, I keep it too real, bro. People don't like this. People don't like when I talk like this. Mayor Brandon Johnson, if this gets to your desk, the way you get reelected in 2025, stop being a bitch ass nigga. It's Richard Cotter, man. I'm out.